What it do, baby? What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new reaction, and today we're watching 5 things Americans do that drive Brits crazy. I'm sure this list could go on and on and on and on and on, but somehow they narrowed it down to 5. So we're about to get into it. Go on YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, drop a like for more reactions like this. But other than that, let's get into it.
Hi, we're Joel and Leah.
And today's video is 5 things Americans do that drive Brits crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy town.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Mental.
You have sent us a crazy town.
Alright. So obviously, the UK and the USA are very close. There are lots of similarities between the countries.
Yeah.
But there are also a lot of differences. And we both piss each other off.
Facts. Facts.
So, shall we kick it off with the first thing that they do?
Yeah.
Okay, the first thing they do is say, "Oh my God, say water."
Say water.
Say it again.
Say water.
Yeah.
Say table.
It's so cute.
Oh, wait, table sounds the same.
Table.
Table. Oh wait, no, it's not as good as water. Water.
Yeah, just saying that I love your accent. You like, it's a compliment, I guess. But it's just when you hear it all the time.
Yeah.
And it's the making
kind of
fun,
annoying.
like, oh, you say water so funny. It's like, no, we just pronounce all the letters.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying. Just constantly like coming back to the accent. It's like, yeah, we speak differently. Carry on talking.
Yeah.
Which I know is kind of ironic because we've made videos like, oh, Americans say this, but let's ignore that. We know we're hypocrites.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Which I feel like that's with anything though. Like if you just keep pushing at it and keep coming back to it and keep talking about it, then I can see why it's annoying. And then if you're making fun of it, of course that's gonna make you mad. That's gonna drive you crazy. So that's normal. But like just like being like, oh, you have a British accent, cool. Then just leave it at that. Like no need to go any further.
Also, on the note of accents, like what's even more irritating and annoying and uncomfortable is when Americans try and change like how they speak a little bit to sound like us.
Oh yeah.
But they're still, because it's so jarring, like it's really hard.
See, I do that on accident. Like I don't mean to do it. I've done it multiple times. Like this one time, we went to a Mexican restaurant. It was me, my girlfriend, and 2 of our friends. We were just sitting there eating, and our waiter, and he asked me a question. I forgot what he said, but he was a Spanish guy, so it had a Mexican accent. And the way he said it, for some reason, I just said it back to him. In the same accent, the same exact thing he just asked me, and we just kind of just stared at each other for like 10 seconds, then he walked away. I felt terrible, but for some reason, I heard the way he said it, and I just wanted to say it too. I let the intrusive thoughts win, so I literally do it on accident, but some people, they do it on purpose.
To cringe, they'll be like, "Oh, I was just like laughing at you," and they're like, "Oh, it's so painful.
Yeah.
I can't deal." I don't know, maybe it's a slip of the tongue, but it's too much.
It doesn't bother me, but
I find it
you.
hilarious.
Yeah, mine just slips
This
out.
next one's to do with the service industry in America. It's when they take your plates away too soon. So say if you and I were eating and you finish first because you eat fast, and so do I. But you finished even faster than I have.
Correct.
And they've taken your plate, but I'm still eating.
Yeah, hate that.
I feel like that's only like certain places. I know some places you'll go and they do not touch your plates at all until you're completely gone. Then other places they are like that, where like they see you're done and they just try to take it out for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, that I can understand. That one is low-key annoying.
Don't do that to me.
Don't clear Brits plates until everyone has finished eating. It's so rude. So rude.
It's literally grinds on my gears.
And we know why. We know that
you're efficient.
Your views is that, yeah, you don't want a dirty plate sat in front of you. You want it gone as quickly as possible. But that is so rude in the UK.
Yeah, it's so rude. I hate it.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like I'm the only one eating.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this sucks so much. Titties. Also, if everyone's got their plates still and people are coming to the end of it, you know, sometimes you're like, oh, can I try a bit of that?
Yeah.
And I've still got my plate there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that drives us nuts.
Yeah. That drives us nuts.
That drives us
yeah,
nuts.
it happens at a lot of restaurants, but I feel like it's the more busier ones it happens more.
The next thing that drives us absolutely crazy, bonkers, is the inability to use indoor voices.
We wrote this down before we filmed the video, and I was like, I'm sorry, but they're just always loud.
Yeah.
I can't help it. I don't know why. When I talk, it just, my voice just travels, and it travels very loud. Like, I get a lot of comments like, why are you screaming? Why are you yelling at the camera? Please shut the hell up. I can't help it. I'm just talking, and like, I even adjust the volume while I'm editing. It doesn't help. It really don't. I'm just always shouting for some reason. I bought new mics and everything. I'm just a very loud person. That's how, like, most of my family is. Most of my girlfriend's family is. We're just loud people. I guess it's just all Americans. Some people more than others. Like, my dad, he walks into a room, you know the man's in there. He is very, very loud. But yeah, inside voices don't usually exist around here.
We've spoken about it before. Physiologically, the way that American accents work, the sound reverberates more than British voices. We won't bore you with the explanation. Just take it as correct.
Yeah.
Americans are just louder in general than we are.
I guess that kind of makes sense though, because like the way like Brits talk, it's more like soft spoken, and like you don't really have to like put like a lot of pronunciation on a lot of letters. So that kind of makes sense that y'all are just like just naturally quieter. But on the other hand, us Americans, we want to scream everything we freaking say.
There's no such thing as an indoor voice with them.
No. Every conversation is sort of a few decibels higher.
Imagine if one of us was American, we'd have to constantly adjust the levels of the sound.
Oh, yeah.
So one would be shouting.
Oh, yeah.
Or just they're normal, and the other one would be...
Absolutely.
Or imagine being an American and trying to tell somebody else a secret. Don't. Whispering is impossible here. Our whispering is pretty much like just everybody else's normal speaking tone.
It's a bit offensive, but I can't deal. I can't deal with it.
My dad's the other way around though. Like he's so annoying. In America, we laugh at it because there's this one restaurant we went to, Outback, if you know it. It's an Australian restaurant in America.
Cool.
Australian. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, the genres of food that you do.
Australian. It's just burgers being like, it's Australian. Anyway, we went there, and the waitress obviously is very loud, and she has to be because she's talking to like over all of the restaurant. And my dad is very quiet, and she goes, anything for you, sir? Like drink wise. And my dad went, nothing for me, thank you, I'm fine. And she was like, what? And he's like, nothing for me, thank you, I'm fine. And she's like, huh? And we had to translate for him because he speaks very quietly, and he doesn't just give one answer, just going, no thanks. He always has to go, nothing for me, thanks, I'm fine. We're like, Dad, why can't you just A, speak louder, or B,
just say no I'm good.
Like, you're confusing her by saying, nothing for me, thank you, I'm fine. And
That's
it's just
really
so funny. It was
funny.
a complete clash of cultures where he was just very quiet and saying a million words. And she's just like, huh?
Now, I do know like a couple of real soft-spoken people that like kind of mumble and they're like really quiet when they're talking. But it's a dime a dozen. For the most part, about 99% of us, we're going to be super loud.
The next one is their overzealous patriotism. In that very posh accent.
Yes.
It's just too much.
Yeah.
The kids, the schools, the national anthem.
Standing up in your classroom, like with your hand on your heart. Or
So I explain it as there's Americans and then there's Americans. Americans are like me. Guys, you know, I have a couple shirts with some flags on it. I like America. You know, I'm here. I'm a celebrate 4th of July and all that good stuff. I'm respectful and I guess I'm proud to be an American. But then there's Americans. Americans look like this. Yeah, these are the guys that they're talking about right here. These guys are kind of ridiculous. Like, even for just Americans, like, we're like, all right, bro, we get it. You like the US of A. Like, ain't it the free home of the U? Like, we get it. But yeah, these are the guys with, like, the bald eagle tattoo, and, like, they drive around in big old trucks with flags dangling off the back for literally no reason. They just want you to know, hey, you're in America, and I like America.
so this is funny.
Yeah.
My mum and dad went to a baseball game in America.
Oh, the celebrations after they score.
No. That's another thing. But they, before the game, they all stand up, hand on heart, sing their national anthem. And I was like, oh, so what did you do? Just sit there? And Mum went, no, I stood up and joined in. I was like, Mum, you're not even American. It's just imagining her standing there, Debbie Wood, this British woman, like, joining in with the song. Oh,
yeah, it's usually before, like, every sporting event, every single game, they're going to have the national anthem. And then even in school, it was not just the national anthem. You literally would stand up, listen to the national anthem with your hand on your chest, and then after the national anthem, you would have to recite the pledge, which the Pledge of Allegiance, I literally don't understand why that's a thing. Like, but all throughout school, you did those two things every single morning. As soon as you got into your first class, You'd walk in, sit down in your seat, probably get like your paper or something out, and then the intercom would turn on and whoever's singing or playing the national anthem and then saying the pledge. And then it would be like morning announcements and stuff. At least that's how it worked in my school.
God save the Queen, yeah?
God save the Queen.
Hey, I might not be British. God save the Queen, come on. I'm standing up. Or I guess it's God save the King now. Either way, I'm standing up.
We've never sung our national anthem in class or at school. We don't even know the words.
Don't even know the words.
Really?
God save our gracious Queen. God save our gracious Queen. God save our gracious Queen.
Our gracious Queen. God save. We don't even know it.
So y'all don't even say it at like school and stuff? Or you don't even like say it before like football games or something? Huh.
Proud to be British. It's just because we're kind of like...
Then we've never...
Britain's great, but so is other countries.
Yeah, and we'd all rather not sing.
Yeah. Yeah, please don't make me sing.
Make us sing.
Please.
I guess
make us all do
our patriotism's kind of forced on us too, because like I said, we do it ever since that like kindergarten or first grade. You stood up and you said the Pledge of Allegiance. You were taught the Pledge of Allegiance, and then you listened to the anthem. Like you really didn't have a choice. So I guess it is really like, hey, you're gonna be American. You're gonna support America. You're gonna be a damn patriot.
Thing altogether. There's nothing worse, is there? Turn to the person next to you and say your name and make friends with the person next to you.
Oh,
that was bad.
Yeah,
I hated that.
And the last one is...
The last one is the fact that you always assume you're the only country that has freedom of speech. And I get it. We've touched on it before. We've had some comments being like, yeah, but we're the only country that puts it in our constitution or whatever it is.
And we haven't got a written constitution.
And we haven't got that. And by saying that hate speech in the UK can get you in prison. But I'm like, that doesn't mean we haven't got freedom. Technically, I guess it does mean we don't have complete freedom to say anything. But we don't want people who say hateful things to be allowed to live.
Yeah, like, I know.
If anyone incites racism and hatred and things like that, they deserve to be locked up. And every British person's like, here, get them locked up. No one wants them.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't understand. And that's
we wish that would happen. Like, we wish those mean, hateful, racist people that say these things, we wish that they would go to jail. We really do. But that's the whole thing with the freedom of speech thing. It kind of backfires on us.
Why we don't have the sort of equivalent of the Ku Klux Klan in the UK, because we wouldn't stand for that, and they're instantly in jail.
Yeah.
Instantly.
So I don't understand why people are like, yeah, we're the most free country in the world. And I'm like, no, you're not. Like, every country is free, and we just don't stand for bull beep.
Yeah.
See, I think it's just like, it's just such a big thing. Like, when people talk about America, they're like, yeah, we're America, we have freedom of speech. Like, that's literally like the first thing that people will say. So I feel like that's just such a big, like, I don't know, like, I want to say like selling point, but not really. It's just such a big thing in the American government constitution thing that's kind of like what our go-to, I guess, when we're like, yeah, we're America, we got freedom of speech. When other countries do too, they just don't like flaunt it and push it as much as America does, I guess.
I was going to say we'd rather be safe than be free, but we're neither, are we?
Not
safe anymore, we're not free. But yeah,
well,
I do agree.
Do you feel free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I can say anything.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the thoughts that I have are not necessarily going to offend people.
No.
But I do feel like I can say anything.
Because you're a nice person, but anyone who does have those thoughts doesn't even deserve to live, so...
Yeah.
See, that's what most of us feel like too. Like, yeah, I got freedom of speech, but I don't want to say hateful, mean, racist things. That's just, I don't want to do that. That's because they're mean, hateful, and racist, you know? And the people that do, we don't like them. Like, we wish we could put them in jail. We wish we could behead them. But, you know... freedom of speech. But alright guys, that is going to do it for the top 5 things Americans do that drive Brits crazy. Huge shout out to those 2 Brits. If y'all see more reactions like this, let me know by hitting that like button. I need to do something with this background. I've had the Christmas lights up since before Christmas. I need to do something. I might paint this wall or something. Who knows? We need a change of scenery, okay? If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to go out today, spread the love, spread kindness, do something nice somebody day. I love you guys so much, I really do. JRX, I'm out. Peace.